everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Jayutube. आपका स्वागत है मेरे आज की इस नई वीडियो में। आज की इस नई वीडियो में मैं लेकर आए एक और न्यू केपॉप ऑडिशन ट्यूटोरियल फॉर 2022। वो भी होने वाला है ग्लोबल लेवल पर। इस ऑडिशन को ऑर्गेनाइज कर रहा है JYP एंटरटेनमेंट। JYP एंटरटेनमेंट के इस ऑडिशन का नाम है A2K ग्लोबल ऑनलाइन ऑडिशन 2022। इस ऑडिशन से रिलेटेड मैं ऑलरेडी वीडियो बना चुकी हूँ जिसमें मैंने आपको बता दिया था JYP A2K ग्लोबल ऑडिशन 2022 की सारी केपॉप ऑडिशन की प्रोसेस, रिजल्ट अनाउंसमेंट कब होने वाली है और कैसे आपको उसके लिए अप्लाई करना है और क्या क्या रिक्वायरमेंट्स होंगी, क्या ऑडिशन कैटेगरी है, क्या ऑडिशन का पीरियड है, सब कुछ मैंने आपको उस वीडियो में समझा दिया है। इसकी लिंक जो है वो मैं डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में डाल दूंगी, तो आप जाके उसे चेकआउट कर लीजिएगा। और साथ ही इस वीडियो में मैंने आपको समझाया है कि हाउ टू फिल एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म की पूरी प्रोसेस बताई है कि अगर आपको JYP A2K ग्लोबल ऑडिशन 2022 में पार्टिसिपेट करना है तो उसका गूगल एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म आपको कैसे फिल करना होगा, उस फुल फॉर्म को फिल करना मैंने आपको अच्छे से समझा दिया है। तो इस वीडियो की लिंक जो है वो मैं डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में डाल दूंगी, तो आप जाकर चेकआउट कर लीजिएगा। बट इस वीडियो में आपको बताने वाली हूँ प्राइवेसी पॉलिसी ऑफ A2K ऑडिशन एक्टिविटीज़, यानी कि JYP एंटरटेनमेंट के इस JYP A2K ऑडिशन में पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए कुछ प्राइवेसी पॉलिसी बताई गई हैं जिन्हें आपको पता होना जरूरी है। ये सभी चीज़ें मैं आपको A to Z समझाऊंगी, तो वीडियो को आखिर तक जरूर देखिएगा ताकि आप सक्सेसफुली अप्लाई कर पाएं JYP एंटरटेनमेंट के इस A2K ग्लोबल ऑनलाइन ऑडिशन के लिए। तो इस वीडियो को स्टार्ट करने से पहले जो मेरे चैनल पर नया आए हैं मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए और टैप कर दीजिए बेल आइकन पर, ताकि जब मैं कोई नया वीडियो डालूँ आपको पता चल जाए। और साथ ही इस वीडियो को लाइक कर दीजिएगा, इससे मोटिवेशन बना रहता है। और साथ ही मेरे 5000 सब्सक्राइबर कंप्लीट करने में मदद कीजिए। केपॉप ऑडिशन को पास करने में कुछ टिप्स एंड एडवाइसेस की जरूरत है तो ज्वाइन मेंबरशिप में अपने यूट्यूब चैनल Jayutube पर आपको केपॉप ऑडिशन के एडवाइसेस और टिप्स और केपॉप ऑडिशन की ट्यूटोरियल्स देती हूँ। आई होप आप मेंबरशिप को ज्वाइन करें। ये मेंबरशिप ज्वाइन करके आपको काफी इंस्टेंट एक्सेसेस मिलेंगे जो आपको हेल्प करेंगे आपको केपॉप ऑडिशन को पास करने में, ताकि आपका केपॉप आइडल बनने का सपना पूरा हो सके। मल्टीपल बेनिफिट्स हैं जैसे कि लॉयल्टी पेजेस, इमोजीज एंड पर्क्स, मेंबर ओनली चैट रूम्स। यहाँ पर सिर्फ जो मेंबर्स होंगे जिनके पास मेंबरशिप होगी उनके लिए एक अलग से चैट रूम बनाया जाएगा जहाँ पे सभी आप लोग बात कर सकते हैं और अपनी वरीज को सॉल्व कर सकते हैं कंसल्ट करके। मेंबर ओनली लाइव चैट्स, जितने भी मेंबर्स होंगे जिनके पास मेंबरशिप होगी उनके लिए एक लाइव चैट में ऑर्गेनाइज करूंगी कुछ टाइम में, ताकि वो लोग अपने से बात कर सकें, सभी आप केवल फ्रेंड्स हो सकें और अपनी जो बातें हैं अपने एक दूसरे से शेयर कर सकें। पर्सनल चैट्स, इसमें आप मुझसे पर्सनली बात कर सकते हैं, अपनी वरीज और अपने जो भी आपको टिप्स चाहिए, कुछ भी ऑडिशन से रिलेटेड, ऑडिशन वीडियो से रिलेटेड, सब कुछ मैं आपको बताऊंगी। इसके साथ साथ वीकली और मंथली इवैल्यूएशन सेशंस, आपके ऑडिशन वीडियो और आपके ऑडिशन के डांस, सिंगिंग और फोटोज उनके आप मुझे सेंड कर सकते हैं, ताकि मैं आपको इवैल्यूएशन कर सकूं, बता सकूं कि वो जो आपने फोटोज और वीडियोस बनाई हैं वो आपके जो ऑडिशन में अप्लाई करने के लायक है या नहीं है। अर्ली एक्सेस टू वीडियोस, जो मैं वीडियोस डालती हूँ उस पर आपको अर्ली एक्सेस मिल सके, ताकि आप जल्द से जल्द अप्लाई कर सके, क्योंकि आप भी जानते हैं आजकल जो ऑडिशन होते हैं उनकी जो है जो ड्यूरेशन होता है वो होता है 48 आवर्स का। आपको जल्द से जल्द अप्लाई करना होता है क्योंकि आजकल सीट्स बहुत ही जल्दी फुल हो जाती हैं, इसलिए आपको जल्दी से पता चल सके कि किसका ऑडिशन हो रहा है, कब हो रहा है, तो वो आपको मिल सकती है एक्सेस इस पर भी। और साथ ही प्रायोरिटी टू कमेंट्स, क्योंकि जो भी केपॉप ऑडिशंस होते हैं वो ग्लोबल लेवल पे होते हैं, तो सभी लोग इसके लिए अप्लाई करते हैं, इसलिए जो मेरे पास कमेंट्स आते हैं वो भी बहुत ज्यादा नंबर पे आते हैं, इसलिए मैं सिर्फ कुछ को ही रिप्लाई कर पाती हूँ और कुछ को नहीं रिप्लाई कर पाती हूँ। इसलिए अगर आपकी मेंबरशिप होगी तो आपके जो कमेंट्स है उनको मैं प्रायोरिटी दूंगी और उन्हें सबसे पहले रिप्लाई करने की कोशिश करूंगी। आप लोगों की मेंबरशिप को ज्वाइन करने से जो सपोर्ट मुझे मिलेगा, ना कि सिर्फ आप बेनिफिट्स को रिसीव करेंगे बट आप मेरी भी मदद करेंगे, ताकि ऐसे ही मैं यूट्यूब पर वीडियोस को क्रिएट करती रहूं और आपके केपॉप ऑडिशन का पास करने में और आपके केपॉप आइडल बनने का सपना पूरा होने में एक जरिया बन सकूं। सो जॉइन द मेंबरशिप नाउ। लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द प्राइवेसी पॉलिसी फॉर JYP A2K ऑडिशन 2022 के बारे में। सबसे पहले आपको गूगल जाना है, उसके बाद आपको सर्च में लिखना है A2K ऑडिशन। जैसे आप A2K ऑडिशन पर सर्च करेंगे तो देखिए आपके सामने ऐसे पेज ओपन हो जाएगा। इस पेज पे आपको सबसे ऊपर ही दिखेगा, देखिए www.america2korea.com। यही जो साइट है यही है उनकी ऑफिशियल वेबसाइट। यहाँ पे आपको इस पर क्लिक करना है। जैसे आप इस पर क्लिक करेंगे देखिए आपके सामने ओपन हो चुका है A2K ऑडिशन का ऑफिशियल पेज, ऑफिशियल वेबसाइट का पेज है। इसके बाद देखिए यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है द वर्ल्ड नेक्स्ट सुपर ग्रुप वांट्स यू, यानी कि उन्होंने यहाँ पे बता दिया है कि वो क्या करना चाहते हैं, एक ग्रुप को डेब्यू कराना चाहते हैं। उसके बाद देखिए आप पेज को नीचे इस पेज को आप नीचे रोल करेंगे, देखिए यहाँ पर जो है सारी डिटेल्स दी हुई है A2K ऑडिशन से रिलेटेड, तो आप कुछ पढ़ लीजिएगा इसको अगर आपको इन्फॉर्मेशन के बारे में पता करना है। देखिए आपको यहाँ पे जो इंटरफेस दिख रहा है इस पर आपको क्लिक करना है। जैसे आप इंटरफेस पे क्लिक करेंगे तो देखिए आपके सामने ये 4 ऑप्शन ओपन हो जाएंगे, होम, अप्लाई, कॉन्टैक्ट और FAQ। तो आपको क्लिक करना होगा अप्लाई पर, कि अप्लाई पर ही क्लिक करने पर हमें दिखेंगे सभी चीज़ें डिटेल्स इस ऑडिशन से रिलेटेड। चलिए हम कर लेते हैं अप्लाई बटन पर क्लिक। जैसे आप अप्लाई बटन पर क्लिक करेंगे तो देखिए आपके सामने ये एलिजिबिलिटी ओपन हो गई है। ये मैंने आपको ऑलरेडी समझा दिया है कि एलिजिबिलिटी क्या क्या है। उसके देखिए नीचे लिखा है यहाँ पे सबमिशन प्रोसेस, किसे आपको सबमिट करना होगा। उसके बाद यहाँ पर सभी डिटेल दी हुई है और यहाँ देखिए लास्ट में दिया है अप्लाई नाउ का बटन। तो इस अप्लाई नाउ बटन पे क्लिक कर ही हमें जो है उसका गोल एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म फिल करना होगा। अगर एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म को फिल करने से पहले हम JYP के A2K ऑडिशन में पार्टिसिपेट करने की प्राइवेसी पॉलिसी के बारे में पता कर लेते हैं, तो आपको क्लिक करना होगा इस प्राइवेसी पॉलिसी पर। जैसे इस प्राइवेसी पॉलिसी पे क्लिक करेंगे तो देखिए आपके सामने ये पेज ओपन हो जाएगा और देखिए यहाँ पर दिया हुआ है प्राइवेसी पॉलिसीज टू पार्टिसिपेट इन A2K JYP's ऑडिशन 2022. This is the privacy policy of 2022 JYP A2K audition, and I will zoom in this page for you guys to understand it. This privacy policy sets out the basis on which any information, which may include personal data as defined in data protection law, we collect from you or that provide to us through the website, application or our services, including both the website located at http www.america2korea.com and the contestant application page at http a2ksubmission.castingcrane.com, and the sites will be processed by us. Read following carefully to understand our practices regarding your information and how we will treat it, and please click on the sections below to learn more about our privacy policy. In this video we will talk about who we are, contact information we may collect from you, information we collect from other sources, and how your information may be used, disclosures of your information, storage and transfer of data, cookies, social media and other third parties that provide content, advertising or functionality on our services, children, your rights, your California privacy rights, links to the third party websites, changes to our privacy policy, user of sites from the European Economic Area, and cookie policy. In this privacy policy, we will talk about all these sections to understand the JYP A2K audition activities. So, who we are. The sites are operated by America to Korea, known as A2K, a joint production of JYP Entertainment Corporation Limited, JYPE, and Republic Records, a division of Universal Music Group, Republic. Each of JYPE and Republic separately make the disclosures in this privacy policy to you as a separate and independent data controllers, and where necessary references in this privacy policy to A2K or we will be deemed to be references to both entitles for such purposes, and for if you want to contact them. If you have any questions or concerns regarding the sites, you may contact Universal Music Group Data Protection Officers according to behalf of A2K by clicking here. If you have to contact, you have to click on this button of clicking here. Now we will go down this page. Here it is, information we may collect from you. The information they will collect from you, they are talking about this in this para. When you use the site or contact us by email, social media, SMS, telephone or other methods, we may collect and process the following data about you. Information you give us, including like forms or contestants applications filled out by you on the sites, content of correspondence with us by the phone, email or otherwise, now site registration, and then participation in discussion boards or other social media functions on the sites, and then entering a competition, promotion or a survey, and at the last reporting a problem or requesting support from the site. Now we will roll down this page. The information you give us may include your name, address, email address and phone number, date of birth, payment information, personal description, photographs or images or comments. Contestants who apply to the A2K competition may also provide demographic information, audition videos, personal description and other information about the contestant. Information we collect about you with regards to each of your visits to the site, we may automatically collect the following information, like technical information including IP address, login information, browser type and versions, time zone setting, browser plugin types and versions, operating systems and platforms. Now we will roll down this page. Information about your visit, including the full URL, click stream to, through and from the site, including date and time. And then pages you viewed or searched for, page response times, download errors, length of visits to certain pages, page interaction information such as scrolling, clicks and mouse overs, and methods used to browse away from the page. And we may also collect the information about their devices, like including phones, computers or other devices where you access and visit the site. Such information may include unique device identifiers and mobile network information including phone number, IP address, language and time zone, operating system, hardware versions, device locations including specific geographic locations such as through GPS, Bluetooth or Wi-Fi signals. Now we will roll down this page and here it is written how your information may be used. How they will use your information in this paragraph they will tell you about it. We may use information held about you in the following ways: to facilitate the operation of A2K, to help us respond to your queries, to track the progress and number of entries in competitions, to allow you to interact with the site, for example, by posting comments or to share information from the site on third party social media platforms, to carry out our obligations arising from any contracts entered into between you and us, to provide you with the information, products, and services that you request from us. Now we will roll down this page to know about how they will get our information and how they will use it. To manage your access to the services or notify you about changes to the services, to comply with legal and regulatory requirements, to administer the site, and for internal operations including troubleshooting, data analysis, testing, research, statistical and survey purposes, to improve the site, to ensure that content is presented in the most effective manner for you and for your computer. And the last is as a part of our efforts to keep the site safe and secure. We may combine information we receive from other sources with information you give to us and information we collect about you, including information and related to your devices. We may use this combined information for the purpose set about above. Now we will roll down this page. Now we will talk about the disclosure of your information. We may share your personal data with any and with selected third parties, including procedure and partners to the extent necessary to operate A2K, business partners, suppliers, and subcontractors for the performance of any contract we enter into with them or you in order to provide you with a product or services. Third parties when you and your parent or a guardian consent to requests such as sharing. And we may disclose your personal data to third parties. In which conditions? Now we will talk about it. In the event that we sell or buy any business or assets, in which case we may disclose your personal data to the prospective seller or a buyer of such business or assets. And if we or substantially all of our assets are acquired by third party, in which case personal data held it by it and customers will be one of our the transferred assets. And if we are under a duty to disclose or share your personal data in order to comply with any legal obligations or in order to enforce or apply our term of use and other agreements or to protect the rights, property or a safety of A2K or JYP or a republic or others, and to any third parties where lawful. Now roll down this page. Next we will talk about storage and transfer of data. All the information you provide may be processed and stored, transferred or accessed by entities around the world as described in this policy. We will take steps to ensure that your data is treated surely and securely and in accordance with this privacy policy. We have put in place technical and organizational procedures designed to safeguard the information we collected on this site. Unfortunately, the transmission of information via the internet is not completely secure, although we will do our best to protect your personal data. We cannot guarantee the security of your data transferred and transmitted to the site. Any transmission is at your risk. So, whenever you transfer data, make sure you send the right data. Now we will talk about cookies. The site uses in cookies and other tracking technologies to distinguish you from other users of the site. This helps us to provide you with a good experience when you browse the site and also allow us to improve the site. For detailed information on the cookies and other technologies, we use the purposes for which we use them and see our cookies policy below. Now we will talk about your rights. What are the rights of the applicants? You may be entitled, in accordance with the applicable law, to object to or request the destruction of the processing of your personal data and to access to rectification, erasure, and portability of your own personal data by contacting us as described in the contact section. And we may require you to prove your identity with approved identification if you request this information. Now roll down this page. You may also be entitled, in accordance with the applicable law, to lodge a complaint with the supervisory authority if you consider that that our processing of our personal data infringes applicable law, and you are responsible for keeping your information current and up to date. You may update your information by contacting us as described in the contact section, and we will retain your information for as long as your account is active or as needed to provide your services. We will retain and use your information as necessary to comply with our legal obligations, resolve disputes, and enforce our agreements. Now we will roll down this page to see the next privacy policy. Now we will talk about your California privacy rights. So California privacy rights are for those who live in California. California residents have certain rights regarding the collection, use, disclosure, and sale for their personal data. Neither JYPE nor Republic sell data as defined under California law. California residents have the rights to request disclosure of personal data we collect, use, disclose, and sell and about you, deletion of your personal data that we maintain, to opt out of the sale of your personal information. In most cases, we will verify your request by confirming that you control the email address associated with your personal data, if necessary, and taking out account available technology security and privacy concerns and the burden on your business. We reserve the right to take additional steps or require additional information to verify your request. You have the right not to receive it. Now we will roll down this page. You have the right not to receive discriminatory treatment for exercising your privacy rights. And now we'll talk about other privacy of policy rights of California privacy rights. You may opt out of having your personally identifiable information shared with the third parties. For those third parties, direct marketing purpose by contacting us at the described in the contact section. Do not track signals and similar mechanism. Some web browsers may transmit do not track signals to the websites and other online services with which a user communicates. There is no industry standard that governs what, if anything, websites should do when they receive these signals. We do not take action in response to these signals. So these were the other California privacy rights. Now we will roll down this page. Here we will talk about changes to our privacy policy. Any material changes we may make to our privacy policy in the future will be posted on this page prior to the change becoming effective, and or we will notify you through the site or where appropriate by email. Please check back frequently to see any updates or changes to our privacy policy. Now we will talk about users of sites in the European Economic Area or United Kingdom. So this section is for of those privacy policy applies only if you use the site from a country that is a member state of a European Economic Area, that is EEA, or the United Kingdom, UK, and supplements the information in this privacy policy. Now we will talk about legal basis for data processing. We process personal data for the purposes set out in this privacy policy as described above. Our legal basis to process personal data includes processing that is necessary for the performance of the contract between you and us. For example, to provide you and the services you request and to identify and authenticate you so you may use the site, necessary to comply with the legal requirements, for example, to comply with the applicable accounting rules and to make mandatory disclosures to law enforcement, necessary for our legitimate interests, for example, to manage our relationship with you and to improve the site, and based on our consent for our customers, for example, to communicate with you about our products and services and provide you with the marketing information, which may subsequently be withdrawn at any time by using preference setting in emails or on the sites using this form or emailing us as set out the contact section without affecting the lawfulness of processing based on consent before its withdrawal. Now we will roll down this page. We may use automated decision-making technologies, including profiling, to support our data processing activities. Our automated decision-making capabilities include logic that attempts to identify artists, music, communications, products, or offers that we believe may interest you. By using this logic, it helps us personalize your interactions with us for you. This means that you may use and see the online advertisements, direct marketing communications if you have subscribed, or other advertising or marketing messages or special offers based on your activity on the sites or interactions with us or our third party partners. In some instances, you may be required to provide us with personal data for processing as described above in order for us to be able to provide you to use all the features of the site. Now we will talk about international transfers. Our sharing Using your personal data in accordance with this privacy policy may include transferring your data outside the EEA or UK. Whenever we transfer your personal data out of the EEA or UK, we ensure a similar degree of protection is afforded to it by ensuring where required by law. At least one of the following safeguards is implemented. Transferring personal data to countries that have been deemed to provide an adequate level of protection for personal data by the relevant authorities, using specific contracts approved by the relevant authorities which give personal data the same protection of it, and in exporting countries, you may be entitled, in accordance with the applicable law, to request a copy of relevant safeguards by contacting us as described in the contact section. Now roll down this page. Now we will talk about cookies policy. Information about our use of cookies and tracking technologies. The site uses cookies and other similar technologies as described below in the table. I will explain you later to distinguish you from other users of the site. This helps us to provide you with a good experience when you browse the site, allow us to improve the site, and provide you with a tailored content and advertising. A cookie is a small file of letters and numbers that we store on your browser or the hard drive of your computer if you agree. Cookies contain information that is transferred to your computer's hard drive. You can find more information about the type of cookies we use and the purpose for which we use them in the table below. Now I will explain in the table. Look, type of cookies is strictly necessary for the purpose of these cookies. These cookies are essential in order to enable you to browse the site and use its features. The information collected by these cookies relate to the information of the operation of the site. For example, website scripting language and security tokens to maintain secure areas of the site. And if the type of the cookie is functionality, then the purpose of this cookie is these cookies remember choices you make. For example, the country you visit the site from, your language, and any changes you have made to text size or other parts of web pages that you can customize in order to improve your experience of the site and to make sure your visits may more tailored and enjoyable. The information these cookies collect may be anonymized and cannot be used to track your browsing and activities on the other websites. So these are the both types of cookies they use, and the purpose of cookies I have explained it to you. Now roll down this page. Most internet browsers are automatically set up to accept cookies. However, if you want to refuse or delete any cookies or similar technologies, please refer to the help and support area on your internet browser for instructions on how to block or delete cookies. Please note, you may not be able to take advantage of all the features of the site, including certain personalized features, if you delete or disable cookies. For more information on managing cookies, please go to www.allaboutcookies.org or visit www.youronlinechoices.eu, which has further information about behavioral advertising and online privacy. So these were the privacy policies if you want to participate in JYP A2K Audition 2022. I tried to explain each and every privacy policy to you. Hope I answered all your questions well, and that's it for today's video. I make more updates related to BTS, K-pop, K-pop audition tutorials, K-pop audition tips, life of K-pop trainee and idol, and quarantine videos like this. You can check out my playlist. I will leave the link in the description box. And those who have queries related to video, ask me in my comment box. If you liked what you see, then make sure to click the subscription button. It will help me to grow. Also encourage me to make more updates related to BTS, K-pop, K-pop audition tutorials, K-pop audition tips, life of K-pop trainee and idol, and quarantine videos like this in the future. And also help me to complete 5,000 subscribers soon. Love you all. Stay safe. See you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel Jayutube. Bye bye.
Can anybody out there hear me? Hear me?